11 minutes, that's it. 11 minutes is all it took for Cloverworks to drop possibly the best and weirdest visuals this year. Visuals on par with Chainsaw Man, Pride of Evergarden, mixed with the psychological beauty and horror of a silent voice. Not since the Garden of Woods have we gotten a short film like this. And the craziest part, I bet you didn't even know this dropped last month because literally no one's talking about it, and here's why. It's a K-pop anime. Yep. This is Seven Fates Chakho, an anime that started as a BTS webtoon. Yeah, that BTS, the billion-dollar K-pop group that sells out stadiums worldwide. In January 2022, HYBE, BTS's company, dropped this webtoon called Seven Fates Chakho. It was supposed to be this cute urban fantasy about tiger hunters where each character represents a BTS member. Ziha is Jungkook, Karu is Jimin, Joan is V. Don't worry about remembering all of these names because the point is this was supposed to be fan service at its finest. The webtoon got 35 million views and ran for 52 episodes. For the adaptation, they brought in Shin Wakiabasi. I hope I said that right. The madman who traumatized us with Wonder Egg Priority. This absolute legend not only directed but wrote the script, did the storyboards, and led the key animation. He basically soloed everything. They didn't use any of BTS's voices. Nah, they brought in veteran anime voice actors including Yuichi Nakamura, the voice of Gojo himself. You're probably like, Ty, of course 11 minutes can look good. Anyone can make 11 minutes look good. And to that I have to say this is the Cloverworks. They do not play with their name. They've consistently brought us the most stunning anime, some so beautiful and underrated like The Elusive Samurai, that at some point you just gotta think they really must enjoy what they're doing. Cloverworks is so goated at what they do. They not only dropped the Seven Fates short film, but also dropped another short film based on the legendary K-pop group Tomorrow X Together, based on their Star Seekers webtoon. And I ain't gonna lie, while that one doesn't look nearly as good or as impactful as Seven Fates, that just shows that Cloverworks was undoubtedly the perfect studio to bring this beautifully disturbing masterpiece to life. And with that being said, let's talk about these stunning 11 minutes because there's something else entirely. The story opens with Ziha recounting a dream about his mother's death. But here's where Cloverworks shows their brilliance. They don't just tell us about the drama, they make us experience through visual language. We see blood, we see prayer, we see a child crawling towards his dying mother. But then comes the first psychological twist. Ziha wipes his bloody hands on her face. Like, what? It's disturbing, it's confusing, and it immediately plants the question, did this man kill his mother? This opening sets up the central conflict beautifully. Ziha isn't just seeking revenge for his mother's death, he's wrestling with his own potential guilt. Now let's talk about what makes Ziha such a compelling protagonist. He's half Bium, half human. Essentially part tiger demon, part human. Cloverworks doesn't use this as some basic good versus evil metaphor, nah. Instead they explore what it means to literally be torn between two natures, neither fully one nor the other. The world building here is subtle but effective. Biums are these tiger-like creatures that exist in opposition to humans. There are humans who kill Biums and there are Biums who prey on humans. This is visualized brilliantly through the fight sequence. When Ziha battles the golden-eyed Bium, we're witnessing an externalization of its internal conflict. The Bium has the same golden eyes as its fallen member right here, suggesting this isn't just any creature, it's a reflection of what Ziha could become. Also, this fight scene is utterly peak. The fight is split between different parts of the film, but every time it's on the screen you're hooked. Now the characters. My girl Haru, and oh my god, this is possibly the most fascinating character in this entire piece. She appears to Ziha, but she's invisible to others, making her either a ghost or a hallucination or something else entirely. Is she real? Is she Tyler Durden from Fight Club? We don't know. Cloverworks leaves it up to us. It's deliberately ambiguous, and that's what makes her so effective. Haru guides Ziha toward revenge, but is she helping him or pushing him toward self-destruction? When she grants him the power to transform into a Bium, it's both a gift and a curse. The transformation sequence itself is gorgeous, fluid, primal, and tinged in horror as we watch Ziha embrace the very nature he's been fighting. If Haru represents Ziha's internal voice, then my boy June serves as an external force that pushes him towards confrontation. Now June isn't your typical supportive friend archetype. He's described as someone who falls in love with a Bium. The dynamic between Ziha and June is complex. June asks probing questions like, tell me about that dream, what was it like? He's not just a listener, he's actively pushing Ziha to confront his memories. There's something almost manipulative about it. This complexity peaks in the climactic scene where Joanne literally sets everything on fire and asks, He's not offering comfort in this scene. He's demanding action, demanding that Ziha stop being passive in his own story. What sets Seven Faiths apart is how it visualizes psychological state. The fireworks scene is particularly haunting. Ziha in his being form, watching something beautiful while this horrifying figure in a tiger mask approaches. Why are you over there? You're on our side, the figure says in a moment of temptation, of being called to embrace his darker nature. And Ziha's response? That maniacal laugh before jumping off the bridge shows us someone at the breaking point between sanity and madness. The ocean scenes serve as moments of transition, what traditionally symbolizes cleansing and rebirth. But here is more ambiguous. Is Ziha being purified or just drowning in his own psyche? The emotional climax comes with June finally drops the ultimate truth bomb.
君は自分の母親を殺してしまったんだろ。その手で。図星?
Oh my god, the animation in this moment is devastating. Ziha doesn't just fall, he crumbles. The clean lines of animation literally break apart, becoming rougher, more primal. It's a visual representation of his own psyche shattered. I had to pause and ask myself, am I watching a K-pop anime or did I just accidentally click on a horror masterpiece? June punches him back, calls it even, and suggests they continue hunting together until I die. What? They're not a hero and sidekick. They're two broken individuals who found kinship in each other's shared darkness. It's like if Batman and Joker decided to team up but kept all their psychological issues. What really blew me away about this short film is what it doesn't do in just 11 minutes. It resists the urge to over-explain. We never get a definitive answer about whether Ziha actually killed his mother or not. We don't know if horror is real. The nature of the beings remains mysterious. And honestly, that's genius. This restraint extends to the visual storytelling. Fight scenes are brief but impactful. Emotional moments are given space to breathe. The color palette shifts beautifully between warm and cold tones to reflect Ziha's mental state. It's like they trusted their audience to have more than 2 brain cells. The sound design deserves a special mention. The music director Shuta Hasanuma uses silence just as effectively as they use music. The quiet moments before violence, the absence of sound during psychological breaks, these choices amplify the emotional impact. When music does appear, it's haunting and minimal. They've created something that transcends its K-pop origins. This isn't just a dark reinterpretation, it's a complete reimagining that respects the core characters while exploring themes that the original would never even dare touch. It's a masterclass in how to adapt material while making it distinctly your own. Take notes, Netflix, because y'all trash at this, bro. In just 11 minutes, Seven Faiths Chakho accomplishes what many full anime struggle to achieve. It creates a complete emotional arc, explores complex themes of identity and guilt, and leaves viewers with questions that linger longer after the credits roll. It's proof that anime doesn't need hundreds of episodes to tell a profound story. Sometimes the most impactful narratives are the ones that trust their audience enough to leave space for interpretation. So if you haven't watched it yet, what are you even doing with your life? Set aside 11 minutes, turn off the lights, and prepare for an experience that will mess with your head longer than a full season of Evangelion. Kinda. Oh hell no, what is this?